If movement suddenly feels harder, if your body doesn't recover the way it used to, if soreness lingers longer than it should, if your mind feels clear one day and foggy the next, and if someone told you, that's just getting older, and something in you quietly resisted that answer, stay with me, because this isn't weakness, it isn't failure, and it isn't a lack of discipline. It's menopause. And more importantly, it's a change in how your body responds to stress. If you've felt this shift and quietly wondered, why doesn't my body listen to me anymore? This space is for you. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're adapting without a map. For most of our lives, movement followed a simple rule. The more you did, the more you got back. Train harder. Push through fatigue. Burn calories. Earn rest. And for years that worked. Your body was resilient, forgiving, quick to repair. You could stress it today and trust it to recover tomorrow. But menopause doesn't announce itself loudly. It doesn't crash in all at once. It arrives quietly, through subtle signals that are easy to dismiss. You sleep, but don't feel restored. You exercise, but feel depleted. You rest, but don't quite recover. And slowly the rules change. Not because your body is declining, but because the systems that regulate stress, repair, and recovery are recalibrating. Menopause is not just a hormonal shift. It is a nervous system transition. Estrogen doesn't only affect reproduction. It modulates inflammation. It buffers stress. It supports connective tissue. It influences how quickly the nervous system returns to baseline. As estrogen fluctuates and declines, the margin for error narrows. Stress stays in the system longer. Cortisol lingers. Inflammation resolves more slowly. Sleep becomes lighter and more fragile. Muscles guard instead of release. Joints feel less forgiving. The body isn't weaker. It's more sensitive. And sensitivity requires a different kind of intelligence. This is where most movement advice stops being useful, because it keeps treating menopause like a motivation problem, as if the answer is always more intensity, more effort, more grit. But menopause isn't asking for more force. It's asking for better communication. And that is exactly where Asian Pilates becomes powerful. Asian Pilates does not begin with how hard you can push. It begins with how clearly your body can listen. It blends controlled movement, breath awareness, joint-friendly ranges, and an understanding of fascia and nervous system tone. The goal is not exhaustion. The goal is regulation. Because in midlife, regulation determines everything. Traditional workouts often push the nervous system into a sympathetic state. Heart rate spikes. Breath becomes shallow. Muscles brace. The body prepares to survive stress. That response has a place. But during menopause, many women are already living in a low-grade stress response. Hormonal fluctuation, sleep disruption, cognitive load, emotional responsibility, life transitions. The nervous system rarely gets a true signal of safety. So adding more intensity doesn't create strength. It creates noise. Asian Pilates works in the opposite direction. It invites the nervous system down. Longer exhales. Slower transitions. Intentional pacing. No sudden impact. Instead of asking the body to perform, it asks the body to participate. And when the nervous system feels safe, muscles soften. Fascia becomes more responsive. Joints move with less resistance. Recovery improves. This is not mystical. It's biological. Breath is the fastest way to communicate safety to the nervous system. Not forced breathing, not controlled breathing, but rhythmic, unpressured breath that matches movement. Each exhale tells the body, you don't need to defend right now. Safety allows repair. And repair is what so many women are missing. Not because they're doing too little, but because they're doing too much of the wrong thing. Many women notice changes they can't explain. less joint stiffness after gentle sessions, less soreness the next day, better sleep following slower movement, a calmer emotional baseline, not dramatic, not instant, but steady. And that steadiness rebuilds trust. Burning calories is a short-term measurement. Menopause requires long-term stability. Asian Pilates isn't asking how much you sweat. It's asking how your body responds afterward. Do you feel grounded or wired? Open or guarded? Clear or overstimulated? Those answers matter now, because recovery determines consistency, and consistency determines health. Many women quietly grieve the body they used to have. The ease, the resilience, the sense of control. They think something has been taken from them. But what's really happening is that the body is asking for a new relationship. Not dominance, not discipline, dialogue. Asian Pilates creates that dialogue. It doesn't demand performance. It offers feedback. Think about your last workout. Not the exercises, not the effort, the hours after. Did you sleep more deeply or less? Did your body feel supported or tense? Did your mind feel calmer or more restless? Those signals are not random. They are communication. Menopause is not a loss of capacity. It is a shift in priorities. The body becomes less tolerant of unnecessary stress, more precise, more honest. And that honesty can feel confronting, but it is also an invitation. Asian Pilates respects this stage of life. It supports joints without compressing them, strengthens without bracing, engages the core without pressure, moves the body without overwhelming it, and perhaps most importantly, it removes shame. You are not doing less. You are doing what your body can integrate. That is not regression. That is intelligence. This approach is especially supportive if intense workouts leave you exhausted instead of energized, if hot flashes worsen after exercise, if anxiety increases instead of settles, if stiffness replaces strength. Asian Pilates meets you where you are, not where you were 10 years ago, not where fitness culture says you should be. Here, movement is not a battle. It's a conversation. On this channel, we will explore Asian Pilates for hot flashes, for sleep, for anxiety, for joint pain, and for energy without exhaustion. Each session is designed to work with your nervous system, not against it. If your body has been asking for a gentler conversation, this is your invitation. Subscribe to this channel if you want movement that respects your hormones, your nervous system, and your lived experience. You don't need to fight your body anymore. You can move with it. Menopause doesn't mean less movement. It means smarter movement. And Asian Pilates is a powerful place to begin.